Nina
and Ashley back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin It podcast, episode 47. I feel like a minor headache.
I definitely have a fucking headache. I can't even front. Like, my ponytail's too tight. I had too much champagne today.
Oh my God.
I was up early every day this weekend. Like, a bitch needs rest.
It had to be the alcohol. It's brunch Sunday.
It's definitely the alcohol.
And I mean, weed definitely does that too, though. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been smoking a lot because I don't feel like picking up. But last night I was with people who smoke, and it was just a lot.
My delivery service, when they come, and then I see them again in like a month.
We just went all the way. But yeah, so we're going to talk through our headaches. That's why I'm talking a little softer.
Me
so I don't hurt myself.
Right? It'd be going in my ears.
But just so you know, you guys can find us on Apple Podcasts / iTunes. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast. There's no G at the end because we are millennials. Please subscribe on there and rate and review us. And thank you for listening. Also, we're on SoundCloud.com / YAGIP. Please follow us on there, comment on there, interact with us because we love the interaction. You can also find us on YouTube.com. Just search Young and Gettin It Podcast in the search bar. No G at the end also. And you'll see the YG, you know, the black circle looking boss as fuck. And then the cartoon versions of us on the page. Please subscribe, comment, watch whatever interviews. Tell us how you feel, you know?
Right.
And, you know, we're also going to have some guest interviews soon. So then we can, you know,
do some. This has been a while.
Yeah, because we're
bitches are busy. Because I literally worked every day this weekend.
We're so busy.
Tragic.
So we're just going to do a whole bunch of guest interviews. And YAGI Tour 2018 has not ended yet. So that is our next stop. Also, you can find us on GooglePlay, Stitcher, and Pocket Casts.
And you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_podcast. We also have our website, www.weareyagip.com. And then we also have our Google Voice number and our email. Our email is ashleyandninapod@gmail.com. And our Google Voice number is 323-486-3811. And I actually did not check that this week. So if you wrote us, you wrote us. But we'll get to it eventually.
We'll see it next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so pop culture. Bill Cosby.
I was just looking that nigga up. Like,
he got 3 to 10.
That. Honestly, I feel like that sentence, like, for the way that, like, the victims are describing stuff, I'm like, bro,
that was light.
You got off easy. I'm like, maybe it's because you're fucking old and you look miserable as shit in every photo I see of you.
Oh my God.
But it's just like, I feel like that was a bit light for what you did to people's lives.
Yeah, they said he's in solitary, obviously, because
they'll fuck him up.
Bill Cosby. But they said someone threw a stale hot dog bun and he fell down some steps.
And it's like, why did we have to mention the hot dog bun was stale?
Right. People are just petty. People are shady.
I feel like that was a little added in.
That was hilarious. It's funny because I don't feel bad for him, but I can still be capable of feeling bad for him just because of the situation isolated. But I don't feel bad for you because also a part of me feeling bad for him is also because my dad was talking about, like, in that era, people were taking roofies
for
fun.
That was the thing. That was the wave.
Yeah, so it's like there's also the part where it's like he might have just thought it was okay every time he did it, which, I mean, doesn't make it okay.
No,
because you were really raping bitches that were not awake.
Yeah, and that's just like, I mean, they was awake, they just couldn't do shit.
I mean, are you still awake?
When you're roofied, like, it's basically like you're like dazed pretty much. Ooh. Like, you can't really react to things, like, shit's just happening to you and you know it's happening,
and you can barely see. It's just hazy.
And you know what, that reminded me, like, I saw this weird, Tumblr is a very weird place. I saw this post on there about, like, it was like, you know, like, there's a lot of porn on there, and this guy was like fucking this girl, and he was like, yeah, you love it. She was like, yeah, I love it when I take pills and you fuck me, basically. Like, I love it when I can't react to you fucking me. I'm like, oh, bitch, you like being raped?
Ooh,
okay.
Ooh.
I mean, whatever floats your boat. I just don't want to see it on my dashboard.
Right. Oh,
like,
not at all.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to find ways to limit myself from seeing certain stuff because, like, on Tumblr, there's a lot of porn.
Yeah.
And, like,
there was a lot when I was on there.
Yeah, that shit's damaging. Like, I'm not trying to look at somebody get fucked every day. Like,
I'm not trying to have sex on my mind
all the time. Like, I think about other things.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, Tumblr. I just remember Tumblr was a really fun place to be.
It's very fun.
But I stopped I got off of Tumblr in sophomore year of undergrad because I was not finishing my homework.
Exactly. Like now, okay, so I finally downloaded the new version of iOS, and they have like the screen time feature. I definitely turned that shit on my social media. So I limited myself to an hour for like all my social media apps, and like that is how I was such a productive bitch this weekend because it literally like it's an hour. And it'll warn you and be like, oh, 5 minutes left. And then you could either ignore it or be a strong-willed bitch like I was and just let that shit like close out. And so like it grays out the app and you can't see your notifications. Like not even in your control center, you can't see your notifications.
Wow. So is it a total of an hour or is it
a total of an hour?
So as soon as you open it, the time, like if you get off and then you get back on, the time will continue.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping it was.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's
and
good.
So like
I need to update my phone.
Exactly. When I saw that, like that's one of the first features that they show you. And when I saw that, I was like, hell yeah, I'm turning this on because honestly, I hate how much time I waste on social media, and I really feel like I could be so much more productive without it. Like I still get my time to go on there. Like at the end of the day, I'll turn that shit off, but it's just like I get so much done without having it on.
You know, it's so funny. I was just thinking like social media distracts me from paying attention to my new fucking episodes.
Oh yeah,
because you open it on a commercial break
and you don't get out
when the show comes back, and I'd be pissed. And then my TV's taping Insecure right now, and I'm like,
okay,
and let me not do it because Insecure is not a game. Oh, you know, it's the last episode.
I know, tragic.
Wow, that episode. That season flew.
Issa, why are you playing us like this? HBO, why we only get 8 episodes though?
Issa is like, I just love her.
Me too.
Like, who are you? I think it's because she's so normal.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it.
And she's a nigga.
Yes.
Like she's a nigga.
Yep.
And like her hair, like everything. I'm just like, I love her.
And one other thing is like, you know how like there's like a lot of colorism in the black community and just in the world in general. She's one of those black girls where it's like she's setting the example. Like, look, you could be dark skinned and you can do all this and you can have people like you and you could be your own person. You don't have to like succumb to anything to be successful because your skin is darker.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think she did say in an interview that like, even trying to get into the industry, she got those disgusting propositions from men and like all those things that just make women just sexual objects.
It
and
just
it's like,
makes me wonder why men think that shit's okay. But it's like people be giving into it, so then how are they gonna think that they're wrong?
Men think it's okay because they've gotten away with it.
Like that
so
Kavanaugh guy.
What do you do with Kavanaugh?
Did you? Okay, like I didn't watch the whole thing, but it's like this guy, he's trying to become a judge. And
okay, I know exactly
you know
what
I'm talking about.
Yes.
And so they were comparing how they said that he was passionate about something because how quickly he got angry when they were doing his interview, but they said that Hillary Clinton on the other hand was cool as a cucumber, and they interviewed her for like 11 hours. Ooh. And not once did she show any bit of rage or any type of anger. And him, within like the first 5 minutes, this nigga was going off. And it's just like, why is it okay for men to react like this and women not to?
Serena, and the same concept.
Yeah, right. The SNL skit this week was about that. And then another thing is, it's just like oh shit, I lost my train of thought. But it's just like they're entitled to this anger, and it's to justify that they didn't do it. But like if a woman would react that way, it's like, oh, she definitely guilty. Yeah. But I saw this post on Tumblr when somebody was like, oh yeah, he guilty. He definitely guilty. Because the fact that he's getting so mad. And like the thing is, I haven't even had time to watch it to see why he was mad, but I know the gist of it is about him being in college or him drinking, and then something along the lines of rape per usual.
Yeah, they said that him and his friend, who his friend said, I'm not going to go to the witness stand, all that, because his friend is a recovering alcoholic. Mind you, they said this shit happened because they were drinking too much. So his friend is a recovered alcoholic and has anxiety and depression, like
because he's an alcoholic.
And because America has anxiety and depression.
Yeah. And it's just like drinking alcohol makes that shit worse. So.
Yeah. So he was okay. And then I don't know. This is where I was like, this nigga lying, because he was like, they were like,
when he wouldn't say yes or no.
No, because he was talking about, I didn't lose my virginity until way after college. I'm like, you's
a lie, my nigga. Everybody
liar.
Either loses their virginity before college or in that bitch. Get the fuck out.
So people said, because people knew him because he didn't go to college by himself. So people knew him and said, this nigga was one of them niggas who was drunk as fuck at every party. Oh, you think the nigga who's drunk at fuck at every party wasn't having sex or getting his dick sucked? You better get the fuck out of here.
And where did he go to school? Didn't he go somewhere prestigious?
Yeah, it was. I forgot what school it was.
I feel like it was Harvard, but I'm not sure.
Too, but
I mean, I feel like every white person goes to Harvard.
I feel like
so it's hard for me.
Everyone who has a connection goes to Harvard. Right. Going to Harvard is like going to medical school in Nigeria. You just need to have a connection and you'll get in. Because everybody famous, Harvard. Don't care about the credentials.
We getting honorary degrees and shit. Where the fuck is mine for trying? My nigga, I ain't killed myself. Where's my award for trying?
Shit, I should have another degree just for the bullshit I went. I should have a degree for taking on overwhelming student loans. Bitch, you deserve a degree for taking on that level of stress.
No, for working and being in school. Where's my honorary degree at?
We deserve.
Where that shit at?
I didn't get shit. I remember at my graduation, they were giving like honorary ribbons before we even walked into the auditorium. So it was just all students outside. And it's like, we don't know each other. We just have our friend here. And so I was like, well, why are you giving us
this now?
And plus, it was hot. I was like, if y'all niggas don't take us inside, like these honorary
schools don't be caring.
They don't. That's why they be hitting us with them student loans and acting like that shit's okay. Another story. Oh, side note. I was at my friend Yenny's bridal shower, which I found out last night. It was bridal shower, bachelor party, all in one night. And first of all, her sister decorated the fuck out of that backyard. I was like, holy shit. Like, I was like, I would pay you for this. She was like, I will never do this again.
It sucks.
Yeah. It was like beautiful. First of all, it was in Altadena, and when we walked in, I was like, this is a big ass backyard. Then I realized it was a house with a half house in the back, or a guest house in the back. I was like,
you balling.
In the backyard was greenery and all this stuff. I was like, later I asked her, I said, so who owns this house? And she was like, my grandma. And I was like,
okay, makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
Older people got the money.
Always.
And I was like, so how much is this house worth? Because I'm like, I need this.
Probably $1 million.
A property like, she said 1.2.
Yeah.
I guessed 1.6 because of the economy, but she was like 1.2. I was like, yeah, because this is nice. Like, to have that big ass backyard.
And it's in Altaloma.
And 2 houses. Yeah. Altadena.
Oh, that's different then. Oh.
Altadena.
It's like where we were driving after the nail shop.
Yep.
That's why. When we saw that baller ass house.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Them houses are nice. So, I mean, me and Ashley just want a house, which is why I just decided.
Yeah, definitely.
But as soon as we got there, they were like, yeah, there's mosquitoes, so you're going to get bit. And I was like, y'all don't want to call us and tell us?
Beforehand?
And I'm tall, so every dress on me is short. And I'm like, I'm wearing this little bitty ass dress, and I'm about to get stung like a motherfucker. I have stings.
Oh, I knew it, because you always get, fuck no. That's like the size of a tennis ball.
It's 3 bites that were so close, yeah. Yeah,
and
shit. They're all over my ankle. They gave us wristbands.
You need to take some Benadryl.
Oh, I could.
That could probably help the inflammation go down.
It's just like a bitch. That's from me scratching it.
But yeah, it'll help it go down.
Okay, I'm gonna take some before I go to bed, since that shit makes me so groggy. But it was like they had off spray and they had wristbands that were like made by off too. I put one on this wrist and on my left ankle. So
I got on your ankle.
I got bit up all my right leg. I put it on my left ankle and got my whole right leg bit. So I got like 9 bites or something. It was fucking ridiculous. Everyone got bit. It was fucking ridiculous. Other than that, it was beautiful and it was amazing, and like Yenny looked really pretty. And then the after party, like, it was just a regular after party, but I went to sleep because they got an Airbnb, so they actually had a room for me. I went to sleep and then found out this morning that, like, okay, we already drank a lot of alcohol, but when we woke up this morning and saw how many more bottles the remaining people drank, we all just, like, our jaws dropped, because we found out last night that the police came. It was 3 police cars in front of the house, and I was like, I'm black. I'm so glad I was asleep. Yeah, they said they were drunk.
I know you would have got blamed.
Oh yeah, they would have been like, so what do you did something here?
Why are you here?
You must be loud. Like, they were drunk yelling at each other, and so they got a noise complaint. I was like, first of all, it's an Airbnb. Don't do that. Like,
yeah.
And then, like, the beds were shitty, so like the bed, like some of the bed frames broke. And that was funny, but that was just an interesting day, just so you guys know what I did.
Okay, can I tell you the funny thing that happened to me today? I was fucking pissed. So I went to what is it, Sonoma Wine Garden in Santa Monica, because my friend, she just finished her trial and she's like been absent for like a very long time. So we were like, okay, her husband like gathered her friends to like have a surprise brunch. So I got to the brunch early, of course, because I'm a timely ass bitch most of the time. And so I as soon as I walk in, like, I'm running because I have to pee. I see that everybody has on the same outfit as me, basically. All the servers. Okay, it's not this shirt I have on. So I had on a light blue Levi's denim button up and then these dark jeans. So all the servers wear a light blue button up and dark jeans.
That's hilarious.
I went in there, and as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh, so everybody got my outfit on. And I literally said it out loud, and I just started dying laughing to myself. So I went to the bathroom. I ran out the store and went to Nordstrom's and bought a different shirt. I was like, yeah, nah, fuck this. I am not about to be the person in here dressed like everybody else that works here. Not today.
God, that's fine. No, that really is the attire for fancy restaurants. It's a light blue button up with dark jeans. That's literally it.
I was like,
that's hilarious.
How did I do this? And I was even more mad because I had changed my shirt at like the last minute before I left my house. And I was like, well, fuck, what are the odds?
All you were missing was a tie. Did they have a tie?
No. So I was literally wearing the outfit. So I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing this.
Someone might have stopped you and been like, ma'am, where do I get it? It's like, bitch, I don't work here.
I should have been like, oh, yeah, you just go in the kitchen and grab it yourself.
Just go get it.
That would have been funny.
Just but up their table. Yeah, that's hilarious. So now you guys know what we did with our weekends and why bitches are mildly hungover with headaches.
Dog, I can't wait to go to sleep and take my clip-ins out.
Nigga.
Fuck.
Also, did you see the article that the divorce rate has decreased by 18%?
Turn up, millennials.
Thanks to millennials.
I wonder why that is. Like, what did it say?
Okay, I have it right here. It says, actually, because I heard this, even when controlling factors such as age or other demographic shift, the research shows that the decline would still be at least 8%. It has a lot to do with millennials and their decisions regarding marriage. I'm reading this off of Newsweek. He believes this is because they do marriage better than past generations.
Because I feel like we think about it. Unlike them dumb motherfuckers.
Literally the next sentence says, while it's also because they're more selective about marriage. Millennials are more likely to wait until they're financially stable to tie the knot. Before that point, they often simply choose to cohabitate, which is exactly what happens to everybody.
And that's like my plan right now.
Exactly. Many of my clients tell me that there's no way they'd want to settle down anytime before their late 20s or 30s. Marriage is a conscious choice.
Show enough.
Marriage is increasingly becoming something associated with higher education and greater income.
Hey. Thanks.
About 75% of women in their early 40s with bachelor's degrees are married. Conversely, only about half of women with a high school degree are less than married at the same age.
Bitch, you broke.
I don't mean to laugh at y'all. That's not
I know
funny.
That's not funny.
But it's basically because right. It is, but it is. But it basically said that millennials wait to be more stable. They wait to be more successful. They're more selective with who they choose to marry. Whereas back in the day, people are like, I like you, you like me. Or we have fun when we hang out. Let's get married.
Or it's like, oh, this man makes a lot of money. Like, let me be with him.
And then the nigga's an asshole.
You gotta have 12 kids and you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. And also, we talked about this on the past episode where it's like poor people have more kids.
Yeah.
Because sex is free and sex is a luxury. Like, it's actually a great thing. So since sex is free, and because richer people are more educated about the fact that children are very expensive
and they cost,
whereas poor people are like, oh,
they're cute
and babies, fuck it, makes them
and
happy.
You know, I feel like part of it might be lack of access to like birth control or just different things like that, just like preventative care to not get pregnant. Because, like, some people can't even afford Plan B. And it's like, well, if you can't afford Plan B, you should not be having sex. Yeah.
Honestly, when I first found out the price of Plan B, I was a little surprised. I was like, whoa.
It says $50.
Yeah, but imagine these
little
that's the thing. These little ass kids having sex. It's like, if you're a grown woman and you ain't trying to be pregnant, you going to drop the 50.
You going to go get that 50. If you're going to go to Walgreens, because they have that shit on the shelf. It's not locked up.
Oh yeah, they don't.
They don't lock it up anymore.
CVS, you know what was super funny? Because this girl from my school, since she wasn't from America, asked me like, oh, where do I get Plan B? And I was actually at a CVS when she hit me up, and I went to find it, and the whole thing was empty. Oh, all the other stuff was there, and then Plan B was just empty. I was like, well, I'm at the CVS by our school right now, so you might have to call in and see if they got more in stock.
But you better hurry.
No, I actually was there, so I actually went to the front desk when I was checking out my stuff, and I asked him, I said, oh, you guys don't have any back there? And he was like, oh, we have more in stock. Shit. They have so much because because
it's like a bestseller.
It's a
that's sad.
It's a bestseller.
Bestseller pre-abortion pill.
Plan B ain't no fucking gays. But them 16-year-olds, if they need Plan B, it's like they gotta ask their friend for 20, they gotta ask their other friend for 20, and then find.
And that's
their
what I
own
mean.
10.
Like, can't afford to prevent it.
And it's like young people, they're broke. So it's the same concept of like, you don't know shit, you gonna just have kids. And that's why 16 and pregnant is a prominent shit.
Oh, yeah. And that's why them niggas is rich.
They're all fucking rich. They didn't learn shit.
And all of them are like on a second husband and third baby.
Man, fucking Kaylin is on her third baby from a third nigga.
Oh, fuck, girl.
And she on the special that came out talking about she's still in love with him. This nigga didn't even like her. Like, even when she was pregnant, he wasn't fucking with her.
I don't get it.
Why my homie, he's fucking, him and his fiance are fucking wild. Why he say when she was pregnant she was so crazy I would have left her if she wasn't pregnant. He said that to the group next to her.
Because she probably get it though.
Yeah, no, he really was all like, no, if she wasn't pregnant I would have left her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Like, when I think about how crazy I used to act, I'm like,
Yeah, he would be openly talking about that shit. Like,
yeah,
he said,
I'm ashamed. Like, I don't want to bring that back up.
It's like, you know, it's love when you can call your girlfriend like bitch.
Yeah,
I think it was so cute when he called her bitch because the way he said it was so funny. Like, but I'm just like, he really was just like, nah, this bitch is crazy, and she was like, like, it was really cute. And their baby is gorgeous.
And I feel like with pregnancy, you can't help it.
Yeah, my man's gonna be treated like shit. You'll destroy my stomach. Fuck you.
I mean, you get fucked up, so
yeah,
it's acceptable.
The hormones, but I'm definitely, because you know, you can, depending, it probably depends on the red wine, but you really can drink one glass of red wine a day pregnant. And I was
turn
like,
up.
I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Yep.
Because
just be careful.
The one downfall, I'm talking my what do they call it? It's OB.
Just don't do it in the beginning. Yeah.
The OB. I'll talk to the OB before doing anything.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, I'm like, once the OB puts the clear, I'm like, is this bottle okay? Like, bring it with me. Like,
and it probably has to be like under a certain percentage for it to be fine.
I'm gonna be like, because I remember being like, man, I want to be pregnant because I don't want to quit drinking. And I was like, people who have to go to rehab, I'm like, I never want to go to rehab because you have to quit everything.
Yeah, like let me just quit one thing on my own, right. And then if I relapse, nigga, I don't give a fuck who's gonna judge me.
Because because people do go to rehab for weed. If you go to rehab for weed, you can't drink alcohol anymore, and
it has to be one or the other. I can't live without both. Yeah, I'm sorry,
like, that's fucking.
Just can't do it.
Don't do me dirty like that. Like, don't do that.
They need to find something to separate the hormones in your brain.
Seriously. Another great story is that this is New York is now K through 12 has mandatory mental health courses.
Oh.
And you know what was really actually annoying me online? Okay, two things. And one is completely separate, but it just reminded me of it. Two things that annoy me online is when they announced the mandatory mental health, people started being like, now you're putting it in their head that they have mental health. It's like, bitch, we don't know. We're not diagnosing. We're teaching you about this shit that people don't know.
Yeah, and so you could recognize the symptoms that you have and know that it's not normal, so you could go get help.
Yeah, that irked the fuck out
especially
of me.
when we got little ass kids killing themselves. I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah, make people at least aware, like even down to when people as children, we didn't understand why bullies are bullies, and then you grow up and you realize bullies hate their own lives, and then you grow up and watch the bullies hate their own lives.
Yeah, because it really continues.
Yeah, it continues. So it's like, but we didn't know that. And so it's like, these are the things that people can learn to where stuff don't affect them much, or like just not even just bullies, you can understand why people act certain ways because you understand mental health. You can understand this person's depressed, or you can understand, let me not treat someone like this because it could lead to something worse like that, you know? And it's like, it was so, because you know there's so much ignorance online, and I read the comment section to laugh, number one.
Yep.
But I also read the comment section to see all the different perspectives, and it's like, oh, people are so dumb. Like, it sucks because you're like, damn, the education system has failed.
Oh yeah,
so
you know how many people don't know the difference between there and there, or then and then. Like, I see that online all the time, and it's like, it sucks that I'm at the level where I read that, I'm like, okay, I don't take your argument seriously because you don't even know the correct tense of the word. And it's just like, it's not my fault they're ignorant.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's kind of judgmental to like disregard their whole entire argument just because they don't know the proper tense of a word. Because it's like, their point could be valid, but I'm not going to hear you out because you don't know the correct form of there to use in this sentence.
Exactly. it's ignorant is the exact word, because ignorant, when we're young, we didn't know what ignorant meant, but it's like growing up ignorant literally means not that you are trying to not learn, but that you weren't even provided the opportunity to learn. So it's like, or that specific thing. So it's like, that makes perfect sense. But yeah, that I'm like, that's good. But as soon as I said that, I commented on that. I said, can we do this for financial education,
please?
Because there was an elective in middle school, which now it's so outdated because they taught us how to write checks. We write checks still to this day, but it's like,
it's been a minute.
And they taught us how to pay. It was like pay bills, like water. And
okay, yeah, because when I got my first apartment, I didn't know how to turn the water on. Like, I didn't know how to like turn on the water. I didn't know how to turn on the gas or the electricity. Like, I didn't know how to do any of those things.
Yeah.
Or even like, I didn't know like where to get homeowners insurance. There's like a lot of shit I didn't know how to do. And like now, like in the process of looking for a house, I don't know a lot of shit about that either. And like, I'm learning it on my way, like on the road. But I know these down payments and then the estimated mortgage is some bullshit, because you could put a whole 10,000 grand down more and only get $200 off your mortgage.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't understand why shit is that way. And it's frustrating.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend who sold his house, and he was just telling me like, yeah, they make it seem like it costs this much, but it's like there's so many hidden fees. HOA, obviously, you want to try to avoid that because that's rent.
Because some of them be like, okay, so like one thing that I have learned is if you get a mobile home, the rent is very low. Yeah. The rent, like your mortgage is very low, but your HOA is like $800 to $1,000 because you have to pay for the plot of land that your mobile home is on. And then you have to pay for like all the sewage hookups and all that shit. Because if you think about it, like it's not a house that's built into the ground. That shit is literally placed there. Yeah. You have to connect everything. Yeah. And so you have to like rent the land. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot.
I personally would never own a mobile home because that's just not me. But
some are nice though.
Right. That's what I was just about to say. My friend whose parent lives in a mobile home, her shit is nice. Yeah. Like, but she's one of those women who like knows how to decorate her house. You know, I think she actually was like a party planner.
See, that's what I'm trying to be.
Yeah, like, cause I'm like, her house is not like, the moment you're in a whole mobile home area, you park, the moment you walk in the front door, you forget you're in a mobile home. That's how nice it looks. Like because I didn't even, that's a whole
like
house.
If nobody showed you the outside, you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. You would think this was one story, like, because it looked so nice inside. So it's like, for people who want a home but want to save that money, look into mobile homes.
Yeah, they're like $200K. Some of the lower priced ones that I have seen have been high 100Ks or like low 200K. But I don't think I've seen anything over that, at least like in the area that I've been looking. So I mean, if you down, do it. I just know I'm not, like I'm sorry, I gotta, because the like apparently, according to my boyfriend, because I don't know shit about this, houses acquire more interest, or like they get more value faster than like other things like a townhome or a mobile home.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah. Because I wonder how much our houses are. I remember how much our houses were worth when we got it. And my parents told me when the recession hit, it dropped 50%.
It did.
But he said at the highest, it had went up. It was like 1.5 times what we bought it for. So I don't know where it is.
We should have sold it.
I think, right. Right.
Should have sold it.
But I think now it's back to the original price, which kind of sucks because we just hit the 20th anniversary of living here.
Yeah,
but it's like, hey, it's still an asset. If you sold it, you will get bread for it, you know. So
off top.
That's really good. The last story that I liked is Seattle will vacate more than 500 convictions for marijuana possession, saying that they unfairly impact people of color. Okay. Which I'm like,
finally somebody recognizing it that controls the law.
Yeah, 46% involved African American people.
Oh, ain't that about a bitch?
And the fact that Seattle's only 7% African American, that's super fucked up. I'm like, ooh. This is from convictions from 1996 to 2010 for misdemeanor marijuana possession. Saying that they disproportionately impacted people of color. Yeah, obviously they see a black guy and they're like, let's see if he has drugs on him.
Or so let's put some on him.
Yeah. The rest of the people is 46%. white, 3% Asian, 3% Native American, 2% unknown.
That is so low for African Americans to be 46%.
That's fucking 46%, and you're only
7% of the population. So it's like literally all the black people, basically, like exactly half of the black people.
Which is why I'm glad I was in bed when the police came, because not only was I high, I was drunk, and I had drugs on me. I mean, not drugs. I had weed. Because now when you say drugs, people really do drugs.
Oh, and then the whole thing about being able to fly with weed now, like apparently this was a thing since January, but niggas didn't want to say shit.
You know why? And you know, it's funny, my friend works at TSA, so I hit her up immediately and I said, is this true? And she was like, yeah. She's like, actually, people have been having weed in their stuff all year round.
I'd be so scared. So you're telling me we could have had weed that was quality.
All the trips we did this year, we could have
many places
had quality.
When I was in Detroit, I could have had weed because Detroit weed sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a person who hadn't smoked for like 6 months when I went to Detroit.
Ugh, Florida weed is bleh.
Like,
you
I
have
believe
to go
it.
to the clinic.
Yeah,
because people off the side of the street are selling trash.
I don't know. You're not giving me fentanyl.
Yeah, we met a weird drug dealer, and that shit probably had fentanyl in it because he was a weird guy. Like, it was a weird whole situation right on the strip or Ocean Drive. Yeah, Ocean Drive.
I don't know. I've never been there.
Yeah, the strip of Miami is called Ocean Drive. Shit's cracking. Need to do that again one day because
I need to go.
Miami's the
it
is the shit. I liked it more than where else do we party at?
Nowhere.
I've liked it the
Vegas.
best. Yeah, Vegas.
LA.
Vegas ain't shit.
I keep finding extra shit in LA. Like the place we went to today was like very LA. Mm-hmm. Like, you know how you just go and it's like that hella LA vibe. Okay, basically a lot of foreign people, a lot of white people, a lot of Asians.
Yeah.
Very few black people.
Yeah.
And like the DJ was black, and so he was playing all the old school black jams, and he's like up there like fucking dancing, right? And so we're all at the table dancing. And then our friend Najee, he's like, yo, I'm surprised that the DJ's playing this music. Like, look at the crowd. And I'm like, yeah. And we were all like, but look, DJ's black. Like, right, he got us.
And people know that they like black music more than like any other type
of music. They was bopping. So. I saw them bopping.
Yeah, we know. Let's see. Was there any other topics that you know what I was just wondering? This is just a random wondering. It's like, you know how I saw the movie White Boy Rick. It was 2 hours long.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So
my
I had to work on that.
Yeah.
We got some candy at Winco, and we was just like staying awake, like just getting the strips. Yeah. You know, you got to get the strips every time you go to Winco. And so we had the strips, had the Mike and Ike's, like we got to stay awake. And like, yeah, it was like, I'm not going to spoil anything, but first of all, I didn't know it was a true story. Totally true. You hear the voice of the guy at the end of the movie. But like, it was like good. YG is in it. Paperboy from Atlanta's in it.
Is it Method Man?
No.
Or is that the show? He's on a show that I saw a commercial for.
Yeah, no, he's not in it. You didn't see this show, but it was called Hit the Floor. It was like the main character for Hit the Floor was in it. It was a good movie, but they were trying to squeeze so much information in 2 hours. Like, if they really wanted to tell the whole story, it would have probably been a 3-hour movie.
Fuck no.
So they were just trying to like, and I remember there was one scene where my friend was like, that didn't need to be in there at all. They could have just told more of the story instead of putting that scene. Because when we thought of it, I was like, that was a useless ass scene, like a weird filler, but whatever. It was good for what it was. It was just good. It was some thug shit, but I liked it. And YG's in there. It's like, YG is so hood on his own that like, first of all, he's a good actor, which it was shocking me because I was staring at him to see if he was a good actor. I was just focusing on him to be like, because I know he's a hood nigga, but I was like, can he act?
What can you do?
And so, you know, he was just like YG and like, oh, you know, nigga. But it was like, he actually was pretty good. Like his responses, even when he didn't have a line, you know, because your acting is even
like body posture, facial expression,
all that shit. Like YG was the perfect person to have in his role. Like, it was a gangster, like, and that's the perfect person. But one thing that movie made me think is when people live in these like bad areas such as Chicago or like even LA, you know, like, and they live in these dangerous areas or they live in areas where people want them dead. It's like, do you love your area so much that you wouldn't move to just like, because for example, California, imagine if your people want you dead in LA and you're in all that gang shit and all, it's like, you really could move to like, not Paris specifically, because you know black people move to these areas, or Victorville specifically, you know, but you can move out into the boonies, pay less rent than what you're paying in LA. And niggas who want you dead, I mean, if they really want you dead, they'll find you. But people who are just trying to fuck with you in your hood, they will not be attacking you in these little boony ass cities like Paris and Victorville. I don't say move there, move adjacent to those cities because, you know, they're already getting infiltrated. But it's like, I always wonder why people stay.
I mean, I feel like part of it is like a monetary component. Like they may think they don't have the money to do it, or they may actually not have it. And then another part of it is people are uncomfortable being outside of their comfort zone. Like if you've grown up in a place, this is all you know, and like you don't have that urge to get out and go like experience new places or go different places. Like you don't know how many people in the hood haven't been out of California. It's crazy. Like haven't been out of LA.
And it's once again ignorance.
Yeah.
Like you just weren't taught.
And because they're so in love with the lifestyle. I feel like the hood lifestyle is so idolized by people outside of it. It confuses people that are in it into thinking like, oh, this is something people want. Like I need to stay here because people want this. Like, and I have what people want, and I may not have money, but look, I'm hood rich, and people want to be and people want to be where I'm at. People can't say they're from where I'm from, and just shit like that. And at the bottom, like the end of it all is more of like a comfort thing and what people are comfortable with. And black people love being comfortable. Like off top, they love being comfortable.
That's someone. So I think you were around when someone said that, like black people are so distracted. I forgot where we were. It might have been it was recent though. But someone said that like black people are so distracted, and it's kind of correlates to what you were just saying. It's like, let me not just say black, minority communities or communities that are like what are they called, disadvantaged disadvantaged communities, which include white people. It's like, it's just like they like being comfortable, and it also goes, that's why I always say it goes back to ignorance, because it's like they don't know that change is supposed to be uncomfortable. Change is never supposed to be comfortable, you know, like just sucks.
And I feel like they think that like, oh, well, I'm happy here, why would I move without the guarantee of being happy somewhere else? Like, and I know what to do around here to make me happy, and I know how to get things around here that make me happy. They know their whole
life there.
And so it's really just being familiar. But I don't know, I like shit to change. So.
And they don't even, like you were saying a second ago, they don't even know that rent could be cheaper somewhere else. They assume that, oh, I live in the hood where everyone's broke, this must be the cheapest rent, where it's like, if you go out to Victorville, Paris, and those adjacent cities, that shit is cheap as fuck.
Go to Bakersfield. Rent ain't shit.
It's like, just work a job, you'll probably come out. But yeah, that's the thing, is like, black people do like to become, or disadvantaged people do like to be comfortable because they're disadvantaged. So at least do something that makes them feel comfortable and happy. But it just sucks, because if you could reach all those people, you know, like there's celebrities and rich people and all the different types of, not even rich, just anyone around the world who's just trying to educate people of like, you have options, you can get out of this situation, just like homeless people and people who are on drugs. It's like, there's just too many people in the world. It's just hard to help, because I'm like, I just want y'all to do better.
I mean, and you can't make people do something they don't want to do. Like people really gotta do that shit on their own. It's not until like, I feel like people get fed up with their situation that shit happens. Like if you're not fed up with your situation to the point where you're willing to take action, you about to stay there, because complaining only gets you so far.
That's unfortunate.
Commercial break.
It's a good time for commercial break. Hey guys, so we're interrupting the conversation real quick to talk about our Black business of the week. We're actually going to talk about something that's been in the news lately. This 26-year-old Nigerian boy is now the highest paid robotics engineer in the world. Silas Adekunle, that's what it looks like. His name
get
is
that accent.
Adekunle. Is credited for building the world's first gaming robot, and he's just become the highest paid in the field of robotics engineering. It actually says that he sold in 2017 MekaMon. He released the world's first gaming robot with special ability to customize the gaming bot to perform personalized functions. The initial launch sold 500 bots, generating $7.5 million.
Damn.
And they said, okay, he's just getting money, like, and it's like how are you 26 and you're a highest paid one,
right?
But if you guys go on mekamon.com, first of all, I heard they're only $300, so that's kind of cool. It's basically like a robotic spider, And it says this four-legged spider robot that's bringing augmented reality, AR, straight into your living room. Battle, pilot, and play in true augmented reality, all controlled with your smart device. With lifelike movements and flexibility, fluid movement, and lifelike animations of unparalleled detail, thanks to 12 degrees of freedom across 4 mechanical legs. This is pretty sick, guys. And for you guys who are into the augmented reality, or what's it called? AI, artificial intelligence, and all those different things. I listened to a different podcast, and they correlated it to playing Pokemon Go, because like you're in your real life, but you're seeing the things, and then you can like, I didn't even know this because I never played Pokemon Go, but like you could actually do the AR feature where you could like take a picture with your Pokemon. Like, yeah, I never played the game, so I never knew.
Me either. Turn up.
But yeah, so shout out to this 26-year-old Nigeria. It's funny because people were joking that like they're like, Wakanda's in Nigeria. They're like, Wakanda's.
Oh no, it has to be.
They're like, because they have the whatever that, what was it called?
They had the Soul Stone or some shit like that.
I almost called it the Infinity Stone, but that's
that might have been that might have been what it's called. No, I probably got it wrong. Vibranium. I was like, they did have an Infinity Stone in the movie, but I get it.
Because I was like, that's a video game. I know for sure Infinity Stone is from some video game that I've heard. But yeah, they're like, they have vibranium clearly, and they got it. His dad was a biochemist teacher, or is a biochemist teacher, and you know, balling out. So shout out to this young Nigerian boy
out here representing.
You know, girls are gonna be trying to get pregnant, so he better be careful.
Don't have sex
and go get you a MekaMon. It's $300. You really like
could
that's
get that shit.
That's light, really. In all reality,
if you're out here buying Yeezys, you could buy that.
Right, Yeezy. You could buy 2 MekaMons with 1 pair of Yeezys. That's the sad part. And this nigga wearing "Make America Great Again" hat, looking like a dumbass. But yeah, let's not get off subject before I get mad. Look. Go to mekamon.com and, you know, let them know that we sent you. And back to our conversation. So since our commercial break ended with us mentioning Kanye West, me and Ashley off tape were just talking about how he performed on SNL, and he was wearing the Perrier bottle and Gucci Gang. Why? You know, it's funny. Everyone calls Lil Pump Gucci Gang, which is funny.
He should just change his name.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's irrelevant now.
He was dressed as a Fiji bottle, and yeah, but he was wearing that Make America Great Again hat, and don't give a fuck about that. The thing is, Kanye West is still Kanye West. So even though he does this dumb shit, if Kanye West called me right now and said, Nina, will you be on a song with me? I'm going to say yes.
Where's my check at?
Oh, the only people who are going to say no is people who are bloody rich, like Beyonce. You know, like people who are dumb rich and don't need it.
He could have me do a song promoting the KKK. As long as I get a check, we in.
You can come lynch me, KKK. No. Fuck black people, we poor. KKK.
Like none of y'all niggas anyway.
And then we would probably get like death threats. Our house would get like,
but I'd be paid though.
House will get burned down, but
that happens when you a star.
I made over $1 million. We moving out.
I ain't in the hood no more,
and we got insurance on the house, so what's good? Like,
fuck my shit up, sis.
Burn my shit down.
Just make sure I'm not in it.
That's that sellout shit. That's the same, because it's like we can't help it. Sorry, we're not rich. That's the same thing where it's like, if you were dating a rich person and got pregnant, you ain't finna have no abortion.
Why would you do that? If you do, you are the realest person alive.
You are the realest nigga to ever.
You got a heart.
You're the realest nigga to ever walk this earth. To be or rich. If you're a regular person like us,
you get pregnant by a billionaire,
nigga.
My nigga wouldn't even tell me to abort that. Rashad would be like, I bet. Cool. What you want me to buy the baby? Nothing.
We can work this out. Like, honestly, yeah. Like, say I'm like, I guess it doesn't work the other way around.
Rashad gonna talk to me later. You're like, actually,
I don't like you saying that shit, man. I mean, if the time came, we could talk about it, but
don't be just saying that.
Don't be saying that, but I mean,
babe.
But still, just. I mean, it's like what
niggas be having mad pride.
Yeah, man. Like niggas.
Man, let me get this check.
Like let me run to this money. Oh my god.
Let me secure that bag.
Okay, a real bag,
right? Not this fake ass bag y'all be talking about.
No, that's a sunglasses case y'all are securing.
I have never called my paycheck the bag because it's not.
You mean a bag of ones?
You mean a bag of quarters? Because that's what I feel like I'm getting paid. Yeah, like, how is your paycheck a bag?
It's not a bag, y'all. That's a coin purse.
Unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, you got a coin purse just like me.
Secure a bag. One of my friends by the BTW off subject said that she's about to go to dental assistant school. I said, girl, do that.
Girl.
Because they getting money.
They getting paid out here.
Run to the money. Last person that said they ran to the money, I blocked them. Anyway. So.
Slow walk to the money.
So, the only subject that someone actually told me to talk about was ETFs. We don't have to talk long about it because we're
already there. I have questions too, but I figured I'd save them because it's actually a lot and they're actually really good questions.
Okay. Do you want to do because my ETFs are short and then we could do one question and then end the show from there. And you guys can see us on episode 48. So ETFs, they're called exchange traded funds. But I want to give you guys a technical definition. So I went on Investopedia.com. By the way, Investopedia.com is how I got my master's degree. Basically meaning that if you want to know anything finance related, it is on Investopedia.com. So basically, exchange traded funds or ETFs are a marketable security. Instead of just having one thing like a bond or an index or a commodity, it's a basket of assets like an index fund. But unlike mutual funds, an ETF trades like a common stock, any regular stock, Amazon, Netflix, it trades like a normal stock, but it is just a bundle of multiple things. ETFs experience the normal price changes throughout the day as they're bought as sold. They're more liquid, which means they're easier to transfer or transition into cash, basically cash out. Money. And they have lower fees than mutual fund shares, making them an attractive alternative for individual investors like you and me. So because it trades like a stock, it does not have a net asset value. Just like for example, Nike went up $6 billion. No, they went up. Okay, there was a misconception. They went up to $6 billion. They did not go up $6 billion, because I was looking at that like, holy shit.
Like, why did my stock rise that much? Because I definitely have Nike stock and that shit ain't been climbing like that.
That shit ain't been climbing. It went up by like 15 cents or something, right?
It wasn't nothing like astounding.
Yeah, people are acting crazy. Oh, $6 billion? No, it went up to. So we don't know. I don't know what it was before because no one was looking at it prior to Colin Kaepernick other than regular, investors who are regularly investing into Nike. So same thing like that. Nike has a valuation of $6 billion. ETFs do not have a valuation because there are multiple things at once. So it's impossible to have a valuation of something that isn't one individual
and
thing.
Like always changing too, right?
Always changing, rapidly changing, because there's so many different stocks involved that they're all making it fluctuate super random, sporadically. So basically that's the understanding of an ETF. I just started investing into stocks in like January, and then you started in like
shortly after. Yeah, like maybe like 2 months after you.
Yeah, like not too far after. We've seen gains.
Yeah.
But for people who are like, oh, I don't want to buy Amazon because I don't know how much Amazon is.
It's $2,000 when I looked on Friday.
Okay, so since
$2,000 and $2.
And Friday was the 28th or something, or 28th or something like that. And so it's really expensive. So instead of getting Amazon alone, you can find ETFs that include Amazon. You can literally Google ETFs that include Amazon and they'll give you the list, because
that's what I need to do, because that shit's mad expensive.
Yeah, a ton of them include Amazon. I always tell people, honestly, like, just save the 2,000, but I mean save 25 because it's gonna be 25 by the time you save the 2,000. Yeah,
it's like I saved the amount that it was, and I'm like, I'm gonna have a little bit over it, and then like something comes up to where I don't, and so I'm just like, yeah, well,
it's just so expensive, but shit, it makes a lot of money.
Yeah,
man. Like my dad was like, it's a fucking monster. Like it's just taking over the market.
I buy stuff from Amazon like every week, so I believe it.
I got some shit arrived today.
I think something arrived, that thing, the phone thing that you sent me, I think that arrives like on Monday or Tuesday. I'm like,
really good.
Need that.
It's really fucking good.
Because I be almost crashing a lot because like I look down at my phone to see directions, and I'm like, I definitely need to get a clip again.
And the air vent clip is not.
It don't work.
It don't work well. Where me and Ashley are basically talking about, we bought the suction thing where you suck it onto your window and it holds your phone. But what I like about this one, it like you can bend the thing, and so you can actually make it like come closer.
Oh, it's an extendo.
Yeah, so it's like you can bend it and make it so now instead of being like reaching far, you literally are just like tapping, and you can put it in your line of sight. And since I have like the screen in my car, like you can mold it to where it's like not blocking the screen because I have the backup camera. So it's like, I love that shit. It was $10. Like Amazon, it's like, just stop. Just figure out a way to make
Can you just pay your people?
Yeah, figure out to make the slave labor stop. And I know it's gonna make our prices go up, but fuck it, because it's like, yeah, I know that there's kids making some of the stuff that we're buying,
and it's like the prices are gonna go up either way. So I'd rather them go up for a better reason than just for you guys being greedier.
Exactly. And so, but sorry, not to get off subject, but yeah. So basically ETFs, the ones that I've been looking at right now are all ranging around like 200, 300, which is it's expensive for like most people. Like actually for me right now it's expensive just because I invested so much into the market already. So I'm like, fuck, like I want an ETF so bad. I don't have any ETFs, by the way, guys. I'm just watching them because I bought Amazon and I bought fucking Netflix. Netflix is booming.
I didn't buy Netflix.
Jesus.
I think I thought about it and then I forgot and I never bought it, but it's like on my watch list.
That shit's fucking almost $400.
Damn,
now.
It was just at like $227
when
I looked at it.
When I bought it was $227, and I only have one share of it too because I bought it at like 200 something. And you guys, I'm just gonna check right now. We might as well just tell y'all because I'm like, oh, don't be asking me to sign up. I ain't got time for that shit.
You better read my fingerprint.
Right,
I could look.
It's doing too much. Okay, now it just popped up.
Okay.
So Netflix, last price. Netflix is $375. Jesus.
Damn.
Facebook is still a failure.
Oh yeah, Facebook is pissing me off. I'm about to sell that shit.
Fucking get on my fucking nerve. You know,
but it's honestly, I don't know if it's a good idea to sell it. Because you know, like you never know. That's why I've been holding on. But I'm like, I want to sell that shit.
Well, okay, this is another thing. If you're not actively buying and selling every day, you should just be a long-term investor, which means we should not sell it.
Yeah.
Hold on to all your shit because in 10 years, that shit's going to be crazy. Someone actually at my job told me that he bought like a ton of shares. So he invested like 10,000, 15,000 into one and just bought a ton of shares of it. And like that shit, well, he said it hit like 40,000.
Well, fuck.
I was like, Jesus, I only have one share of shit. Amazon is $2,005 right now.
Yep. It's gone up $3 over the weekend.
Yeah. I never looked to see if Panera has a stock.
You know what? Me either.
Yeah. The ETFs that I'm looking at right now are all about... Yeah, they're still in the 200s.
God, Cardi looks so young.
Yeah, Cardi is playing on the TV in front of us on mute.
The old Love and Hip Hop.
The old Cardi where everyone wore those bangs because they didn't have a lace front. And so, you know, just like Nicki Minaj, everybody had those bangs because you
lace fronts be hurt when you can't pay for it.
They knew their shit was nappy as fuck under that hair. She still is pretty though.
Yeah, she was pretty.
Even with her hair,
and
even with her teeth fucked up. Yeah, she looked good. Look at that body. She looks exactly the same, actually.
She definitely
does. That's fucking crazy. She just is rich now. But yeah, so for you guys that wanted to know more about ETFs, that's basically what it is. So you might see an ETF that's like Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and then it'll be some other random like medical stocks or whatever. Those are ETF. It's like, how do you want to balance things out? Do your research, do your Googles, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to ask, and I am here to answer. And eventually I'm going to start doing, like helping financial.
I love how you said that eventually, because I know what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, no, I was saying eventually I'm going to start doing like, helping, what
those videos you were supposed to be making.
Yeah. Like that. But also I'm actually going to do like financial advising. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Like, yeah, the videos too, it's like I need to structure it really well because there's so much that I know. There's so much shit that I learned that's irrelevant to the average person, and then there's so much shit that I don't know. Because
that's what I hate about school. Like you learn so much irrelevant shit, and like I feel like at the end of every course that I've had, I was like, oh, we're finally getting to the important shit I need to know, and I don't have time to focus on it. Great. Yeah. But it's just like you learn so much pointless shit.
Yeah. My program bombarded me. So I also need to refresh. Now that I'm studying for the financial exam, I can like refresh and then use that as like, okay, I can teach about that. I'm going to make bullet points on the side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably build my list of things that I'm going to teach like ahead of time, like a whole list.
Yeah.
And so I'm not overwhelmed by trying to find something every week.
And like sort it and figure out how you're going to chop it up.
Yeah. So maybe like one news fact and something in the news about finance, and then a fact about finance, and then make short like 5-minute clips or something like that, and then do financial advising so people can pay off their debt and get themselves in a situation where their money isn't just leaving as soon as they get it. They're actually able to hold on to their money, because we all weren't taught about money, so I don't blame anyone for not knowing. Also, people don't get financial advisors because they cost too much.
Yeah.
So I'm finding a way for me to be able to do it in a low cost solution for other people, because that's also the hard part.
And if you do donation based, don't nobody give you shit. Like, they be like, oh, It's free. Okay.
It's
Thanks,
okay.
sis. Thanks, sis.
But yeah. Oh yeah. What's one question?
One question. I was looking at them and like some of them are like deep, and I'm like, we've been talking for a while. But I'll just do this one because I like it. How can we better listen to our inner selves? I don't know. Listen, shit. When you hear that first instinct, like, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
That's a deep ass question.
Like, that's real deep. But I mean, that's part of it. Like, you know, like when you be getting them feelings, like, say for instance, when I go to work, sometimes I get a feeling like, oh, maybe I should bring some extra needles. I never do it. And then what happens? I need extra needles. And there I am, fucked. Like, trying to have to figure out some shit when it's like, if I had just listened to myself before I left my house instead of being lazy, I would have had what I needed.
Yeah, it's like, one thing that I've started to try to like really hold on to is like every year your life is completely somewhere different than you expected it to be. So it's like I try to live like reduce the stress and be super optimistic because whenever I'm thinking that the next year is just gonna be another basic year, it ends up being like fucking amazing. And so it's like you might as well like be cocky about the fact that you're gonna have a good time in your future, you know, and stop like worrying about the present. I've been really trying to work on like, don't worry about the present, what you're doing right now. Enjoy the present. Don't worry about it because your life is going to take you somewhere where you don't even know. Because every fucking step of my life, I've gone somewhere that I've not expected to go. And so now I'm positive that I cannot predict my future. I can only go so far, even career wise. I always end up in a career path that I didn't think I would be in at that time. But then I'm also grateful that I got there. So it's like, it's also like trying to get rid of the worry. Maybe. Yeah.
And it's more so just learning to trust your opinion. Like if you don't trust your opinion, you're not gonna like trust what you're thinking. So it's like if you're not sure of yourself, you're also not gonna trust yourself. So it's just like, I guess you gotta love yourself, and then you'll start trusting your opinion, and you'll start trusting your inner self, and you'll start trusting that you're really thinking the things that are within your best interest.
Yeah, loving yourself is fundamental because I feel like part of me feels like I just completed becoming an adult this year, even though I'm 26. So like that's one part.
There yet.
I feel like I understand where I'm at. I understand that I'm 4 years away from 30, or actually 3.5 years away from 30, which is weird.
I can't believe it's almost like a half already.
Yeah, we're almost at a half birthday.
I just had my birthday.
Yeah, and in 2 months I'll be at my half birthday.
Jesus.
But yeah, so loving yourself is fundamental, which I know that comes with time, but also like tips to loving yourself is hanging around people who think highly of you, not people who are like sucking your dick, you know, like and like just all like blowing your head up, like those people who are famous online who people just try to be around because they're trying to get fame too. Don't hang around those people, but hang around people who genuinely have your best interest at heart, genuinely are happy when good things happen to you, like, and I mean just good people, because then it lifts your self-confidence because you're more secure in yourself, and it's not just trying to get compliments from other people, it's just that you know that you're doing the right thing because you feel comfortable where you're at. So it's like surround yourself with good people, give yourself some purpose, which is hard to do, especially when you're burnt out from school.
Yes, and work.
Yeah,
it's like the hardest. But I guess like one thing I did this weekend is like, usually like I'm super strict about time and I really like stress about time. Like, yeah, I still woke up at like 7 a.m. every day this weekend. I'm fucking burnt and I'm on call next week. But I like took a little extra time to like actually do my hair. Like that's just something that I don't do often because I'm too busy, and it's like, oh, well, I don't have time to do my hair. If I do my hair, it's gonna cut into my sleep, and then I'm not gonna sleep a lot, and I need sleep because I need to be able to function at work.
Right.
But it was just like, I was just like, fuck it, like my hair needs to get done. This shit's dry. I don't like how it looks, and that's affecting my self-confidence, so let me do this shit. So yeah, like self-love is just figuring out little things you can do for yourself, and the more little things that you do for yourself that make you feel better, you'll be a better person, and you'll be nicer to people, and you'll be better to people, and you'll be better to the people around you.
Yeah.
And once you have that confidence that you're doing better for people other than yourself and yourself, I feel like you'll trust yourself, because it's like, well, if I'm making myself happy and other people happy, I must be doing something right, so my opinion must be right.
Yeah, and your inner voice will start to become more positive. Your inner voice will start to become more like confident, you know, all those things that especially girls lack. I mean, I'm sure guys like it too now that I'm realizing.
No, guys definitely do. They just internalize it differently than women. They don't talk about shit they're insecure about.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, like, I mean, like, I just don't like how, like, I got titties.
Man, oh no, she a bitch. That at the end of the day, like, that's instead of saying, well, I fucked up and I did this, and owning up to what
she
did.
fucking tripping, it's like, nigga you got another bitch pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you trip. That's how it's like the concept how men will cheat on, like, with 50 women. No, I saw a post about this shit.
Cheating for 2 years. Yeah. And she like kissed another guy and he was so hurt. Like, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, and he was hurt all day about it. I was like, wow. He said, this nigga been cheating for years. I was like, yeah, sounds legit. Sounds like a nigga, because nigga, and you know why? All men actually agree to this too. They're like, because they expect more out of women. They expect to be fuck ups as men. They expect women to be better than them.
Don't work like that.
I'm like, nah, bro.
Don't work like that.
Nah, bruh. And then it's funny now meeting men who like have so many negative opinions about women because women are turning into who they are. And I was like, you guys have these feelings about women. Women are like this because of who you guys are. Yeah. Because of what you did to them, and they're being like you because they're tired of being like them. Like, that shit is so crazy. Like, or like even that post where it was like, 56% of men who cheat still love their wife, whereas only 30-something% of women who cheat still love their husband. And it's like, yeah, men will still love their wife and be like, you know, I just wanted to bust a nut. You know? That's why everyone, I mean, fucking on Married to Medicine, one husband, he was beefing with his wife for a while and she wasn't fucking him. So he went to a hotel with another bitch, clearly fucked her, but someone caught them checking into the hotel on camera. And that's how he got caught. But it's like he got caught after the trip. And I was like, yeah, so you definitely fucked her. You definitely got off. And then another dude got caught because he went to the hotel room with a woman, and him and his wife been beefing for a while. Like, I've been like, get divorced like 3 seasons ago, and they've been beefing for a while. And he was like, that's all we did, we just went to the hotel room. And then the girl he went to the hotel room goes to the magazines and talks about like his dick was microscopic. Like, yeah, she said his dick was tiny, and like, and we did this, we did a oral, and
girl, and why are you bragging on a little dick?
Right. And the wife was like, the story seems true. And I was like, ooh, so
girl, you know you're embarrassing yourself.
You know your husband's dick is small. I'm not married.
I can't do that.
I paused because I was
can't do it.
His head has to be fire.
Nah, that won't even cut it.
No, I could do it because I care. I always say I care about head more than penis. And I'm like, but because you know you could use toys and shit.
Yeah, I just don't like toys.
Can you imagine a man having to use the strap on? How
I mean, they have some like some extendo ones, like it goes on the
like caps on
to extend it. Yeah.
Ew.
That's sad. I wouldn't.
That's really
bitch.
sad.
You might as well go fuck somebody else at that point. Like, cause that's just.
It's tiny.
I don't know how it would feel.
How do you marry a man with a tiny penis?
Like, unless your dick gets cut off while I'm already married to you.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna see a nigga with a strap on, like, fucking me, like.
I was really thinking about the shit. Like, I really need to not get married until I'm like positive, which is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, because because I'm like I need to be madly in love. Because I'm like, I just seen a story where I was like, God bless this man, because he married his wife. He loved the fuck out of her, and she got in a huge like car accident where she got burned, and she was like,
oh yeah, I would tell him to leave me.
I think she did, and he didn't leave.
Yeah, I know.
She was fully like, her face.
Didn't she just like have a baby? I think she just had a baby.
Yeah.
It's that chick.
Yeah,
I don't know her name.
I was like, damn, like, I need to marry a nigga like that.
Nah, nigga, leave
who loves me like that. Like, he loves her. He's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck what you look like, nigga. You're my best friend. And I need that.
But like, can you imagine though, like, when it first happened, like, you turn over in the morning and you get scared because you forget. You're like, oh fuck, and you're like, oh damn, good morning, baby.
I would jump like, oh shit.
I just wonder, like, this is not something I should be laughing about, but like, I just wonder, like, if that has happened, like, how does she feel? Like, damn, nigga.
She probably just like, I mean, it's okay.
I mean, I know I'm ugly now.
You had to buy her some flowers. That's why I was like, I need to be like in love as fuck, because I'm like, you know, someone's fine, but then like, or they're not even fine, but their personality makes them fine. It's like, so their personality or your just genuine friendship makes them fine. I'm like, I need to be obviously madly in love, but I need that too, to where if this nigga was burnt, I remember
burnt the fuck out.
I remember being in like middle school, whatever blue boyfriend I had at that time, and you know, in middle school you think you love somebody, you're like, I love you, and I was like I was like, if I got in a burn accident and the only thing that was left was like my shoulder and my head, would you still love me? He's like, yeah. But it's like, it's so stupid. But I'm like, damn, that shit really does happen though.
I feel like I've asked Rashad something along those lines and he was like, I'll leave you.
Oh my God.
It wasn't like something that extreme, but he was like, nigga, I'd leave you. And we just like both started dying laughing because like honestly, I can't be mad. Like,
damn, I would be. Shit. See, that's why I'm single, because I'm like,
I mean, hey, everybody is human, and look, I'm sometimes shallow, so it's like I get it.
Ooh, no.
But I wish I could remember what it was because it was really funny.
But that's the thing is like, that's the thing that's scary about marriage is because God forbid, if something like that happens to me, I hope my nigga doesn't leave.
Yeah, I hope he wouldn't, but if he did, I'd be like, okay, I get it.
No.
I mean, I guess.
No. That's no exception. I need to marry a nigga who like, you are staying 100%, no matter what. That's no.
I mean, I guess she could. Okay, no, that's very shallow. I'm not gonna say that.
See, it's like
I was gonna say, well, she could still have sex, and like that's like not even the fact of the matter. Like it shouldn't even matter if she could still have sex.
Yeah,
like
her body was still all there. I know. He's like, let's do doggy style. What's wrong with this?
Is your ass burnt? All right, now we need to do a look at God because we need to pray. We need to pray. Let's do some look at gods because we're doing a lot. This isn't okay.
Oh my God, what is my look at God? Do you have one?
Okay. Let me think about it.
Okay, my look at God is I can just do shout out to Yenny and Jose getting married. They've been together for a long ass time too. And welcoming me into the friend group and shit like that. That's very nice and fun.
At 20s.
Yeah, right.
That don't happen.
Yeah, she had like a little not heart to, like a heart to heart, but there was people there. But she was like, I'm just really happy you're there because I knew your brother and we loved your brother. And I was like, yeah, like that's why I like being here is because you guys, every story y'all tell me is a story I've never heard before. So I'm getting to, it's like I get to relive my brother being alive again. Yeah. So it's like that's very fun, like very fun weekend. And they like got an Airbnb and gave me a room, which was really fucking nice of them. So shout out. And her wedding is in like 3 weeks, man.
Oh, turn out.
Yeah. So I'm like, shit, that's gonna be fun. And yeah,
all weddings are fun.
Shout out.
My look at God is for my cousin. He and his fiance, I was about to say girlfriend, fiance, wife, got married on Saturday. I couldn't make it because per usual I was teaching myself a programming language in one day. So I had to finish my homework and my final exam, so I couldn't make it. And then congratulations to Daviana and Wanda. They got engaged yesterday.
That's so cute. It's like everyone in that group of friends is back to back getting engaged.
Right. And when I saw that shit, like my heart started beating so fast and I like got so like anxious because it's just like I don't like surprises.
Yeah.
And like I feel like that shit is coming and I'm just like, what?
They're literally proposing like in a set form after each other. Like it's one proposal, then a wedding for someone else, then a different proposal, then a wedding for the first proposal, then a different wedding, the wedding for that proposal, then the and I'm like, it's the way it's falling into line. I'm like, you guys are back to back with this shit, like, and they're all from the same group of friends. I'm like, are y'all talking to each other?
I think they are. Well, they have to be because they really be talking to each other. I think that's like, that's good. Like I've never like encountered that in like a male friendship, but I mean like that's good. But it definitely made me nervous because I keep telling him, I'm like, look, when this happens, just know a bitch gonna pass out. Like, so be ready to catch me because I get very nervous.
And make sure my nails are done.
Oh, he already knows that. I will punch the fuck out of him.
Be pissed.
I will say yes and punch the fuck out of him.
Preferably allow me to look good as fuck with like makeup and hair did and everything.
Like just tell me we going somewhere.
Yeah, like a fancy dinner. That's how like a couple this one girl I knew like we follow each other but like we haven't talked in a long time, but like she got engaged and it was like they went to a fancy restaurant and so she was fully dressed up, like really like she had bloody shoes on and like a really cute dress and like her nails were done and her ring was big. It was big. Man, I'm living through people's rings right now, Jesus, like ooh. But yeah, I
was trying to think I have a look at God for myself and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just pray that my call. Oh wait, I do. I meal prepped. That's a lie. My look at God is I meal prepped because I'm on call next week, so I had to prepare.
Yeah, I'm like holding off on a certain look at God until I secure my exact goal. I'm like, this is something that I might find out tomorrow. So let's just when the episode releases. So let's just hope.
Yeah.
Pray for me.
I wanted to skip the social media handles because I'm tired.
Oh my gosh.
If you didn't mind. I mean, yeah, I guess let's do them then.
I mean, we can skip it. We've done it once.
Okay.
You guys should know at this point. Let's be fucking honest. If you don't know, you literally can click the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and if you don't know, are you a real fan?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be asking about all these other people.
Social media, guys, follow us on there.
Yeah. Hit us up, ask questions. Or, like, if you know me, text me and ask me questions.
Right. You know us. Hit us up. DM us. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.